person we will be hearing from is Daisy. Daisy, yes, please. Daisy is a co-organizer of LAZF. She is a Razor Cake contributor. I know Daisy also through just going to lots of shows with disposable cameras, taking photos of bands and friends, and plays with really beautiful leaks of lighting, natural lighting, and just does amazing work. And Daisy, are you cool with using this mic?
Yeah.
I'll set it up. All right, but first, we can give her a round of applause to Daisy.
I'm kind of ready for this. I've been busy organizing for a month. So I just thought that for me, the best way to present my work and talk about what it means to be true for my friends and the people that I know in the community is to show my images, and I'll just talk about, I guess, themes that come up through my photos. So I've been shooting for a very long time. I was self-taught, and then I did the Santa Monica College photography program, which is very commercial and very technical, but I still shoot with disposable cameras if I can. And so a lot of the themes that come up in my work are just friendship, hanging out. I do shoot music for Razor Cake, and I feel like for me it's super important to document women and women of color and people that are generally not white men, because Razor Cake is very white and there's a lot of men in there too. And so for me it's really important to document the community in that way. And also family is super important for me too. And I don't really like to photograph. I do have clients that are for headshots and stuff like that, and for their social media content and whatever, but I would prefer all these in-between moments of just trying to catch glimpses of day-to-day stuff if I can. And sometimes I'm able to do it and sometimes I'm not, because I don't always have my camera on me, but yeah, I don't know. It's just what it is, and they're really inspiring. And so I feel again, for me, it's super important to document them and just sort of for me, I don't know, I can't, I'm sorry, it's 3, I'm tired, I've been here since yesterday, basically. Just to make it a forever moment. And so, yeah, I don't know. Music, I'm brain dead right now. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me just keep on working through here. And also, I've also been a part of Chicas Rockeras, which is how I met Candace, and just being a part of that community has been really great. And also, I document my family because there are some pictures here of my nieces, who are the best and also the worst. They're monsters, cute little monsters. And one of them was really sick for a bit, and worst case scenario, she could have disappeared. So for me, it's super important that I was able to document her life, even as she was ill. She's not sick anymore, thank goodness. But I don't know, I'm just gonna go through here and see what comes up. I'm so sorry. I'm huh? I thought I had more to say, but I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going. And there's probably people that everybody knows in here, Alice coming up again, because she's everywhere and she's awesome. And also, I also try to document hip hop, underground hip hop, as well. And I also try to put that into Razor Cake too, because they do a lot of underground punk, which is also amazing. But I'm I'll put some hip hop in there, see what happens. And so for me, I guess rooting for my friends is just being able to document all the day-to-day stuff, but also just being present for them, even if they're not necessarily asking or expecting me to do it. But, yeah.
No.
But I love taking photos. But this is really intense to pull up, because this is like work from like 2012 to now. And it's also been really interesting to see my work, how it's grown and how it's evolved as well. But I guess for me, the whole rooting for you is a bit more like emotional and like more personally charged. I know that Candace gave like a really good like scientific approach to it. But for me, it's just like, I want to be your friend and I love you. This is why I'm taking your picture. And I also I prefer to shoot on film too. I feel like for me, I prefer to shoot on film because it's much more nostalgic. And to get a little like photo nerdy, just the colors are much more better for me on film. They're less saturated and you can manipulate them in a way that feels better for me than you can on digital stuff. I feel like when you shoot digitally, I think it's like cheating because you can manipulate stuff a lot more, but everything that you shoot when you shoot on film has to be done either like on camera or as you're shooting. And I feel like I've been very lucky to photograph the people that I have that are on here, even though like we sometimes just lose contact because we're all like growing up and we move away, or like we're just like too busy being adults and like working all the time, or people get families and sometimes you're busy taking care of your family, and sometimes you just don't have time to socialize with your friends that often. So I just have a huge catalog of all these like in-between moments of hanging out with my friends and going to shows, and I think that's it. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, I went through that really quickly. I'm just like really nervous right now. I'm like really tired, and I can't really like think straight right now.
Thank you for organizing it.
Yeah.
So I feel like in a nutshell, to nurture your friends is for me to take pictures of them and just document as much as I can if in any capacity. And if I could do it on film, that's even better. But it is expensive and it can run up your bill pretty quickly. So that's why I just try to have like a disposable camera on me. And if I can, I try to use, my rule is like to use one disposable camera a month so I can shoot at least once a day if I'm able to. If not, like I'll go to a show and I'll take lots of pictures that way. I don't know, I'm just gonna go because I can't. I don't know what else to say. I feel like also balancing like shooting for the community is also not a difficult position, but like as a photographer, you do want to get paid for your work and you want to create accessible opportunities for people in your community to like take photos. So like a few weeks ago, I had like a free portrait session at Echo Park, like just for people that might want to like use that opportunity to have like headshots, or you know, I've had a couple of people that were starting their new business and they needed new photos for their business they can put on their website. So I try to do stuff like that, and I try to keep my prices accessible for people because I know not everybody can afford like, I don't know, portraits can go pretty pricey, like up to $400 for like a photo session for like an hour, and that's awesome, but I still want to make sure that my work and my photography can be bought by someone who may not be able to afford that much but has a little bit of money to spend, and that they can find it useful for their career if possible. But I shoot music to keep it fun because I love shows and I go whenever I can. And also I love Razor Cake, so I just try to like shoot for them as much as I can as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'm tired.
Thank you.